Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all participants. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurnisa binti Muhammad Hamyusli as your host for today. Before that, I would like to check if you guys can see and hear me well. We will begin our program in 10 minutes, and before that, I would like to go over a few housekeeping notes to keep our today's event run smoothly. All participants may send in the questions in the comment section during the presentation, and don't worry, we will collect and address them during the Q&A session at the end of today's presentation. And I would like to seek cooperation from you guys to give your full attention and best interest to our speakers. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all participants. Welcome to our webinar, Microbes Outside the Microscope. My name is Nurnisa binti Muhammad Hamyusli and I am your host for today. As usual, before we officially begin the webinar, I would like to invite Alif Aiman to lead the dua recitation.
الفاتحة. بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى وصحبه أجمعين. Ya Allah, Ya Fattah, Ya Alim, we express our gratitude to you for allowing us to organize and attend the webinar of Microbe Outside the Microscope on this auspicious morning. Ya Allah, we ask you for the safety of our religions and the welfare of our body. May the day that we have gone through, starting with your mercy, continue with your blessing, and end with thy forgiveness. May the day that we have gone through with guidance and end it with the victory of excellence. Ya Allah, Ya Fattah, Ya Alim, let us let our effort as a means to enlighten and convince ourselves that the personal safety of either outer and inner is prerequisite for achieving happiness and excellence in various fields. O Allah, grant us faith and strength in order to face challenge of life during the transition period and in the face of life in this new millennium. Ya Allah, Ya Razak, Ya Wahhab, show us your guidance and adjust our path and ways to achieve happiness and glory. Let us listen to people who like good things and avoid doing the bad and evil things. O Allah, bless our life in this meeting and gathering. Prevent us from harm and unfortunate event. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin amin ya robbal alamin. Thank you Alif Aiman for the recitation. A little bit intro for those of you who do not know what kind of our webinar or what topics we will talk about. Microbes outside the microscope is a career talk that will help biology students, especially from microbiology course, to find out which career path that you want to pursue after finishing the study. Before we start our main agenda, allow me to introduce our speaker for today, which is Miss Nurul Adila Malek. Ms. Nurul Adila Malek, currently working as science officer at Hospital Sultanah Nur Zahirah, where she's responsible for the management of molecular laboratories. She holds a bachelor's degree in microbiology at University Malaya, and she had a chance to present her research study on dengue surveillance in Seatsworth One Health Congress 2020 that fully supported by DTRA. She's acquired amazing skill in conducting virus-based research projects as well as variety of microbiological tests in clinical diagnostic laboratories. Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Nurul Adila to share her insight on career pathway, especially in medical sector.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Can. Jelas tak? Jelas.
jelas,
Okay.
jelas.
So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. So thanks to Nisa, the moderator of this program, Microbes Outside the Microscope. So hopefully you are doing well today. Despite the pandemic and the online classes, you still have the energy to study the microbiology course. It's very interesting and fun to learn microbiology. So first of all, I would like to thanks to the universities and the organizers at MICA, which is stand for Applied Microbiology UiTM Shah Alam, which I know is a new course that introduced in the universities. And thanks to the organizer for inviting me, approached me to be the guest speaker for this program Microbes Outside the Microscope. So today, since I'm working in medical microbiology sector, so my focus today is about the medical microbiology. What are the career pathway in medical microbiology? So hopefully, you guys can take some notes and enjoy this talk today. I'm actually a bit nervous because it's been a while since I'm giving the public talk. Actually, I baru je kerja, tak adalah, I kerja sebagai science officer baru tahun lepas. Almost 2 tahun dah nak masuk 2 tahun. And I pun baru je scrap tahun lepas, Januari tahun lepas. I macam, kita semua tak banyak beza pun. You just my junior, I adalah senior you. So, kita punya umur tak banyak beza pun sebenarnya, okay? So, today, when we talk about medical microbiology, so it's bila kita sebut pasal microbiology pattern, of course, we imagine the clinical testing. Kita akan imagine the clinical medical laboratories. So, it is actually the study that involve the microorganism that cause disease either in humans or or animals. Okay, it's actually a study that we study about the mechanism that are medically important to us, especially in human. So next slide is okay. So first of all, next slide. Yes. So first of all, I would like to know why you guys chose microbiology, because I know microbiology is not very well known, especially in our country. Bila I apply microbiology dulu pun ada orang tanya microbiology tu apa, what are the career pathway, lepas ni nak kerja apa. So I would like to know, because it is not well known as macam medic or engineering ataupun biotechnology, tak semua orang tahu microbiology ni apa. So is it you guys choose this course, is it because of the parents, or maybe you want to join this microbiology because you want to explore more on microorganisms, especially in this current pandemic, which is COVID-19, which is very related to the microbiology, or is it because you read that the microbiologists will get the high salary, or okay, or you choose microbiology because you have no reason, you just put you punya choice tu dekat you and then dia dapat bila result if you keluar dia dapat microbiology, so you just follow the flow. So before I proceed with the next slide, I would like to know maybe you guys, one or two of you guys can share with me why you choose microbiology as your degree. Anyone want to share with me? Share with us? I don't know, volunteer. Share with me kenapa you guys choose microbiology. Or moderator pun boleh share kenapa pilih microbiology as your course for degree.
Okay, actually saya ambil microbiology ni from diploma. Saya ambil diploma dulu sebab saya curious lah. Microbiology ni course yang macam mana. Saya just tahu yang microbiology ni just learning about the microbes, but I do not know the detail about this scope.
See.
Lepas tu bila dah lama-lama belajar, dia rasa macam fun.
Yes, it's a very interesting actually. I pun dulu masa ambil microbiology pun I tak tahu apa benda microbiology ni sebenarnya. But when we go further, kita macam boleh belajar banyak benda sebenarnya. You belajar pasal virus, you belajar pasal bacteriology, which is not ada course yang, which is ada microbiology course, dia tak belajar pun as deeper as we learn in microbiology. So, okay, so that's what the response for me, Lisa. Okay. Ada lagi ke? Diorang boleh share ke? I mean, boleh bercakap ke yang participants lain?
Tak boleh cakap, dia just comment.
Just comment. I see. Okay. Yes, as I read in the comments, it's got a wide range of fields, not only medical but industrial, food and many more. So microbiology is very diverse. Kita banyak sektor. Kita ada food sector, kita ada agriculture, pharmaceutical, medical. We have environmental microbiology. It's very diverse. Okay, it's fun to learn. Yes, in fact, I love being in lab. Yes, of course, if you are lab person, then you will love this program. Want to become a virologist? Yes, I will. I also want to be a virologist because virologist is my favorite subject. Even now, I'm involved in virology testing. Want to innovate food. Okay. So hopefully you will enjoy to learn in this program. So next slide. Okay. So what microbiology grads do once you graduate? What are you going to do? So there are few destinations. So masa ni memang you akan dilema, dalam fasa dilema, which is you will be employed or either choose to further study, or maybe you choose to work and at the same time you want to further the study, or maybe you choose to be unemployed. Ada je orang macam tu. Okay, dia belajar tapi dia tak nak kerja, nak jadi suri rumah. It's up to you. It's your choice sebenarnya. So this is not specific to the microbiology grads only. It involves other grads too. Okay, so these are the destination that we will be facing once we grad. So even I pun dulu I tak terfikir pun nak kerja. I memang after grad tu I rasa nak sambung master because during my intern I dapat research project from a lecturer from USM. So masa and it's related to the virus study, and tapi because of kekangan some reasons I choose to work. And masa tu pun macam rasa pressure from the friends, tengok kawan kita kerja, dapat gaji semua. So kita pun rasa nak kerja. Memang time ni memang kita akan rasa dilema. So you have to make a good, apa orang kata, pilihan yang bijak lah. Dia kena buat pilihan yang bijak. Which way you want to further. Adakah you want to work ataupun you nak further study terus, ataupun you nak study ataupun bekerja. Sambil study sambil bekerja, ataupun you macam nak take time dulu lah, macam penatnya belajar, nak take your own sweet time, nak rehat-rehat dulu, nak tenang-tenangkan fikiran dulu. So it's up to you guys. Okay, next please. Okay, when we talk about job hunting, is it tiring? So some said it is very tiring. It's a very complex process. And some said, tak penat pun, biasa je sebenarnya job hunting. So bear in your mind, kita punya job hunting timeline ni tak sama. Okay, antara satu sama lain. Ada orang during intern, before grad, before dapat your final result for final semester pun dah dapat job offer. Ada orang 1 week after grad pun dah dapat job offer, and then some got job offer after 6 months being unemployed. Ada orang 2-3 tahun baru dapat your job of interest. Okay, so for me is walaupun I tak adalah experience job hunting sangat, sebab after once I grad bulan 1, and then bulan 3 tu I dapat job offer. So macam dia punya duration tu tak banyak sangat, and this is science officer ni adalah satu-satunya job yang I apply, so it's very lucky for me. But hopefully you guys pun lucky juga nanti after grad terus dapat kerja. So actually for me, bila I baca review from kawan I, bila I tanya kawan I how the job hunting is going, so they said it's a very tiring because you have to update your CV, you have to update your resume. So kadang-kadang macam resume and your CV is your first impression when you going to apply for a job. So you kena update bagi nampak menarik, bagi macam tak berterabur. So benda-benda tu you kena ambil cara sedikit. And then once you send resume, you have to wait call from the company. If your resume is accepted, then maybe you will be called for interview. So kadang interview tu ada banyak-banyak fasa. I think it's very tiring. Okay, so bila you dah join interview, kalau kalau macam company tu macam interest in you, they will hire you. If not, then you will be declined. Okay, so then you have to apply for another job. Ada orang sampai more than hundreds job application. Ada orang satu application dah dapat. Okay, so it depends on the person. So one thing that you need to know that you need to work hard. Kalau you betul-betul nak kerja, you memang kena betul-betul work hard, kena buat study sikit pasal job tu. You kena buat study on the company of interest that you gonna join. Okay. Okay. So the career opportunities. So bila kita sebut medical microbiology ni, apa sebenarnya position yang kita boleh kerja that related to the medical microbiology. So these are the few, actually banyak, so ni je I akan share with you guys. So you guys lepas ni boleh je cari apa yang job sesuai yang related to the medical microbiology. So first is science officer microbiology. Usually science officer microbiology ni under government lah. Kita macam tak banyak private sector yang offer job, yang offer position as science officer microbiology. So it's a very lucky to have this position in government sector. So macam spesifik sebab science officer ni actually kalau under KKM tu dia ada banyak science officer. Kita ada science officer genetik, kita ada science officer embryology, entomology, kimia hayat, science forensik, and we are very lucky to have science officer in microbiology, memang specific to microbiology. So kalau ada macam ada position kosong tu untuk microbiology, dia akan hire someone yang ada qualification in microbiology. Okay, so if you don't want to be a science officer, then you can go for research. Kalau you minat bahagian research lah, you can be a research officer or research assistant. Okay, ni pun banyak juga peluang. You just Google it. Biasa dekat research institute ataupun universities, dia akan open banyak position for research officer or research assistant. And then you can be medical lab technologist. So yang ni memang dia punya position memang penting kalau dekat clinical lab. Medical lab technologist kalau under government, dia punya minimum, dia punya qualification hanyalah diploma in medical lab technology, if I'm not mistaken lah. So kalau nak kerja government, kalau kita macam from diploma in microbiology, kalau nak kerja government as medical lab technologist, macam susah sikit. Okay, sebab kalau medical lab technologist ni dia akan involve banyak lab. For example, kita ada banyak lab hematology, kita ada chemical pathology. So medical lab technology ni dia akan belajar semua benda. Tapi kalau microbiology dia akan specific to microbiology. So kalau nak kerja government dia macam susah sikit unless you go for private lab. Biasa dia orang akan hire je. And then other than that, you also can be a QC or QA microbiologist, which really kalau ni dekat bahagian dekat syarikat-syarikat or company. So actually kalau kita nak run a clinical laboratories, kita perlukan dia punya medical appliance, kita perlukan machines, kita perlukan test kit. For example like media, kita nak culture bakteria semua tu. So the company will provide that kind of thing to us. So to produce that reagents, to produce the test kit, to produce the machines that will be used for the clinical laboratories. So they need that QC or QA microbiologist to ensure the quality of the product that they are going to introduce to the clinical laboratories. And then other than that, if you're interested to be in academic, then you can be a lecturer. Tapi nak jadi lecturer, I tak tahulah. Lecturer nampak macam santai-santai, mungkin bagi nampak santai-santai. Tapi if you rasa nak jadi lecturer, then you have to work hard, you have to study further. You kena further study until PhD. Second, because dia punya minimum requirement untuk jadi lecturer kalau dekat matrikulasi tu biasanya masa, sebab hari tu ada juga nak apply as tutor if that's not lecturer assistant macam tu lah yang dekat matrikulasi, tapi dia punya requirement must be master. So I tak ada master, I ada degree, so I tak boleh nak apply. So kalau you macam interested macam dalam in teaching, then you can further your study until PhD. And then also you can be a product specialist. Product specialist ni sama juga you kerja under company yang produce the clinical that produce the reagents or things that will be used in clinical laboratories. So product specialist dia akan dia macam lebih kepada sale advisor, macam marketing macam tu lah. Dia akan pergi dekat clinical lab tu, dia akan explain apa produk yang diorang hasilkan. So you have to good knowledge in that product. So sebenarnya medical microbiology tak tumpu kepada clinical laboratories only. So banyak je company lain selain daripada clinical laboratories yang you boleh join. So next. Okay, so these are the list of companies. These are very well-known companies. Actually banyak je companies dekat luar sana. So I just list a few. So if you would like to work in clinical laboratories, if you are lab person, you macam minat nak test sampel darah, sampel buat stool, sputum, so then you can join the clinical laboratories. So where are the clinical laboratories? So we have it in the hospitals, usually under Department of Pathology. You can go for the government or private. And then we have many private clinical laboratories. For example, like lab ni ada KPJ. Kawan I dulu ramai juga yang join lab ni during intern. And then you can join Rebels Pathology, Pantai Premier, BP, Genosis, Oncode, Synapse, Clinical. So ni adalah a few of private clinical laboratories that you can join later. Okay, sebab I pun baru tahu lab-lab ni semua sebab I ada juga involved dengan outsourcing sample to the private lab. So I baru tahulah sebenarnya ada lab Genosis, Oncode, Synapse, Clinical semua tu. Okay, sebenarnya banyak je lagi. You need to do research on it. Okay. So kalau you tak minat bahagian clinical testing, tak minat lah nak main stool semua-semua tu, then you can go for research center. You lagi minat nak buat research, you suka buat literature review, you suka baca articles. Okay, so these are a few center that you can join. Kalau under MOH tu kita ada Institute of Clinical Research, ya, ada Institut Kesihatan Negara, National Institute of Health. And then kadang-kadang dekat government hospital pun kita ada juga Clinical of Research Center. Kadang-kadang diorang akan buka opening for research assistant. Benda ni pun you kena rajin-rajinkan juga. Tengok dekat job street, dekat LinkedIn. I suka tengok dekat LinkedIn lah biasanya. And then dekat universities pun banyak position for research officer ataupun research assistant. Kalau biasanya kalau orang nak further PhD or master, dia orang akan jadi graduate research assistant, GRA, dia orang akan apply tu. Basically kalau GRA tu you further study and the same time you will get your monthly stipends lah. And then we have Malaysia Genome Institute, tempat study of genomic. And I dapat news that Malaysian Genome Institute will be a center for vaccine production. Macam negara kita nak cuba untuk hasilkan vaksin sendiri. So maybe in the future they will hire many manpower for that industry. Okay, so other than clinical laboratories or research center, you can join other company yang provide the medical appliance or machines, test kit, reagents, consumable that will be used to the clinical laboratories or research lab. For example, these are the well-known companies sebab barang-barang dekat hospital, dekat lab I banyak involved dengan company-company ni. So I memang jumpa dia orang punya product specialist, dia punya product manager. So memang banyak company yang hasilkan something for the clinical laboratories to be used. For example, about Kaizen, if you have familiar with Kaizen extraction kit, yang tu memang well known lah. Dia punya company, kita ada Roche, SPD Scientific, so ni antara company yang hasilkan extraction and PCR kit during this pandemic. Okay, so kalau Mediven tu kita hospital I ada guna juga, which is RTK, rapid test kit untuk COVID-19. Okay, you guys boleh je, banyak je company kat luar sana. So you just choose and then you have to work hard lah, macam you kena cari employees from that company. Jangan tanyalah macam dia orang ada tak opening untuk job semua tu, okay? So next. Okay, so since currently I'm working under Ministry of Health, so kalau macam position, jawatan penjawat awam under kerajaan, usually kalau microbiology grads ni dia akan kerja under Ministry of Health. There are few position offered. First is science officer in microbiology, and you also can be a research officer ataupun medical lab technologist. And then for the degree qualification, you can apply for science officer and research officer. Kalau MLT tu, like I said before, dia punya qualification hanyalah diploma. And then kalau work under Ministry of Health tu kat mana biasanya dia orang akan letak? So biasanya dia punya, ada orang kerja dekat headquarters dekat Putrajaya tu, ada juga yang kerja dekat NIH. And then kalau science officer biasanya dia orang akan letak dekat hospital, tapi hospital ni tak semua hospital yang ada science officer. Biasanya kalau kat Terengganu tu macam hospital yang besar-besar je, yang banyak test, biasanya dia orang akan letak science officer dekat situ. And then dia orang akan kerja juga dekat health clinic. So biasanya kalau dekat health clinic ni medical lab technologist ataupun penolong pegawai sains. Biasanya science officer tak akan diletakkan di health clinic. Then okay, so how to apply? When we said government officer, memang nak tak nak you kena have to apply through SPA, Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Awam. So after grad nanti or before even you grad, you boleh apply dekat SPA, you boleh update you punya qualification and then the job, the position of interest in the SPA. Okay, so next. Okay, so I nak fokus to the science officer in microbiology. So kalau dalam as a penjawat awam, kita ada banyak-banyak kumpulan, which is ada kumpulan pelaksana and we have kumpulan pengurusan non-profesional. Usually kalau yang ada degree qualification, dia akan apply for pengurusan dan profesional lah, and science officer is under pengurusan and professional. So we have grade C41 until C52. So currently I am C41, baru je tahun jagun. Memang C41. And biasanya kalau kita punya bidang tugas ni, science officer ni, kita terlibat dalam pengurusan maklumat. Kita jarang buat lab testing. Biasanya lab testing tu adalah medical lab technologist yang buat. Kita hanya terlibat dalam bahagian pengurusan. Kalau macam test tu just a certain test je yang kita involve. So when we said about lab management, of course it involves staff, the tests that we are offered. Terlibatkan pengurusan staff, latihan staff, make sure staff tu make sure the staff is very competent to do the test. And then usually kalau macam keputusan ujian tu kan, yang validate yang keluar, yang release the result tu biasanya science officer. So kita terlibat juga dalam audit, kita terlibat dalam pembelian reagent, kita terlibat dalam pembelian consumables. Kalau kontrak barang-barang dekat lab tu memang science officer yang akan uruskan. So actually how I become science officer, like I said before, I jadi science officer bulan 3. So sekarang ni science officer, kita ada science officer bertaraf tetap, which is diorang kerja sampai pencen. And kita ada juga science officer yang bertaraf kontrak. So actually I adalah science officer yang bertaraf kontrak, which is I'm the first batch of contract science officer. So I punya application dia macam pelik sikit. Dia bukan through SPA. So masa I apply tu, actually masa pandemik tahun lepas, bulan 3 tahun lepas, ada orang viralkan that the KKM want to hire science officer in microbiology dalam 30 orang macam tu. So memang ramai lah yang forward message to I. So I was like, is it a scam? Macam, because I know if you want to be a government officer, you have to apply through SPA. So benda tu macam pelik lah juga for me, because I know the real process how to become a science officer in microbiology kalau dalam government. So tapi macam ramai juga yang forward dekat I. So macam I pun okay lah, I hantar je resume, because masa tu dia suruh hantar je resume to this one email. So I search juga email tu valid ke tak. So I search dekat MOH website, because tak boleh lah macam ragu-ragu betul ke tak sebenarnya. Okay, so bila I check rupanya tu official email, so I just send the resume to her. And then it's very last minute, memang last minute I hantar resume tu. Once I dah hantar tu, tengok tiba-tiba ada message masuk dah, dia cakap dah tutup dah application tu. Tapi I sempat lagi lah hantar. There are many kawan I pun ramai juga apply. Lepas tu tiba-tiba lepas tu orang cakap benda tu adalah fake. So macam I tak berharap sangat lah. And then a week after that, tiba-tiba ada KKM call. KKM tanya, you nak kerja ke tak dekat hospital Sultanah Nur Zahirah, sebab ada satu position kosong untuk science officer, and dia orang nak, memang betul-betul nak lah. Okay, lepas tu macam betul ke tak ni, dah tak ada interview apa-apa. Tiba-tiba dapat job offer, tanya terus nak kerja ke tak. So macam, tapi I macam still hesitate lah masa tu. Then I ask my friends yang apply tu, cakap tak ada pula KKM call. And then next day tu I call balik KKM, cakap betul lah, nanti kita orang akan bagi official letter semua tu. And then a few days after that I received the official letter. So that's how I end up as a science officer. It's actually
Alhamdulillah tu rezeki.
Yes. I pun macam tak pernah terfikir pun nak jadi science officer, because masa tu I dapat research project kan. So macam I memang nak sambung saya, tapi bila dapat science officer macam okay lah. With this current pandemic, I pun tak boleh nak masuk lab sangat. So better I kerja dulu, ambil pengalaman. So okay, so when we said about science officer, berapa gaji sebenarnya science officer kalau under government ni? So ni adalah you boleh tengok dekat website SPA berapa gaji-gaji semua. So usually starting salary for science officer tak kira if you have master ke, ada PhD ke, ada degree ke, you punya starting salary memang 2317. Compared to the research officer, dia akan ikut qualification. Lagi tinggi punya qualification, dia punya starting salary lagi tinggi. Okay, so kadang-kadang macam orang tanya tak nak sambung study ke, macam tak berbaloi lah macam orang kata tak berbaloi sebab gaji sama je, sama ada you ada degree ataupun you ada master, ada PhD, you punya starting salary still the same and you punya kadar kenaikan gaji tahunan pun sama juga. Okay, and then these are the syarat pelantikan. So you boleh baca tengok ni dekat SPA website. So next please. Okay. So that's all about the medical microbiology. So next I want to touch a bit on pharmaceutical microbiology. I tak tahu if you guys have this course in I tak tahu you belajar kedai pharmaceutical microbiology, ada tak subjek ni?
Saya tak sure sebab saya bukan track medical. Tapi waktu diploma tu tak ada lagi untuk pharmaceutical microbiology.
Maksudnya tak ada
Untuk track
specific
medical,
course
saya tak
untuk pharmaceutical. Okay. Okay, so kalau microbiology kita ada juga pharmaceutical microbiology. So when we said about pharmaceutical, jadi kita akan imagine about ubat-ubatan, the vaccine vaccine production semua tu. So kalau as a microbiology grad, usually kalau dekat pharmaceutical company tu dia akan kerja as quality control lah to ensure the product is good, and then some of them you can be a part of research team. So these are the list of companies that you can join if you are interested in pharmaceutical microbiology in the production of the medicines. Okay, so sebab kawan I pun ada yang kerja bahagian pharmaceutical microbiology ni. Okay, for example like Pahang Farmasi tu, and then ada juga kawan I yang kerja dekat Malaysian Vaccines and Pharmaceutical. So kalau Malaysia Vaccines and Pharmaceutical ni, dia fokus to the vaccines production for animals. And ada juga junior I yang kerja dekat Solution Biologics. Solution Biologics ni sekarang dia involved dengan production or packaging of cancino vaccine if I'm mistaken lah. Okay, so you guys boleh je, banyak je pharmaceutical company. I suka tengok dekat LinkedIn sebab dekat situ banyak job offer, banyak companies. So I also can build network with others employees from the company of interest. So you memang kena, kalau you nak kerja betul-betul dalam bidang microbiology, you memang kena rajin mencari, kena buat banyak background research, and then you kena build a strong network with the employees from the company itself. Okay, so next. Okay, so when we talk about to be employed, so there are skills. It's really companies dia akan tengok skills apa yang you ada. So these are the basic skills lah. Okay, first you must have willingness to learn. Kalau you join company, you tak nak belajar, tak boleh. Especially when you are if you work in clinical laboratories. Sebab kita terlalu banyak test, so setiap tahun kadang-kadang kita kena update test tu. Kalau macam ada mesin yang lagi advance, so kadang-kadang memang lab tu akan pakai yang lagi advance. So kalau you tak nak belajar, it's a rugi lah untuk you. You must have the willingness to learn. And then masa bekerja, you must be able to work independently or part of team. Ada kerja yang you kena buat seorang-seorang, ada kerja yang you kena buat as a part of a team. And then you must have good communication skills. Bila tak ada communication skills, susah lah kita nak buat test, especially kalau you ada problem something. Okay, and then time management and organisation skills. Time management ni very important. Okay, kalau you tak pandai nak uruskan masa, you selalu tangguhkan kerja sampailah you kena buat OT. Padahal benda tu tak perlu pun, tapi because of your attitude, because you love to procrastinate, and then you will delay the proses kerja tu. And then you also must have problem solving skills. So usually kalau I dekat clinical laboratories, I banyak face contamination issue. So kalau macam I tak cekap dalam problem solving skills, memang lambat lah I punya nak selesaikan masalah tu. Even before this, baru-baru ni I punya lab face contamination issue, which is molecular lab. Kalau bila ada contamination issue, it's very a big issue sebab you tak nampak pun DNA, RNA semua tu. And then nak eradicate contamination tu memang susah. So because I'm the person in charge in that lab, so I memang kena tanya, memang kena buat banyak research, banyak kena tanya ramai orang. So you must have that skill. Even sekarang pun masih tengah belajar pun try to have this, to apply this kind of skills. And then kadang-kadang kalau macam ada job opening, biasanya companies dia akan list apa yang what are the skills required. Masa dekat masa I hantar resume to be a science officer tu, sebab I tahu dia nak hire as a part of a COVID team. So I tahu COVID test melibatkan PCR. So I put the PCR skills in my resume. I think it's the highlight lah kot of my skills. You letak je apa yang you rasa skills you hebat, rasa skill tu diperlukan for that job. So just letak je, okay? So next. Yeah, I think that's a bit sharing from me. So I hope you guys can take us few notes, home messages. Okay, so hopefully you guys still have the energy to study the microbe despite in this current pandemic.
Miss okay ke nak teruskan Q&A session sebab takut Miss nak minum air ke, nak relax sekejap ke?
I think we have to take a short break.
Okay. 2 minit boleh?
Boleh.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So guys, we will take a break for 3 minutes and we will proceed with a Q&A session. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Adila. I hope you all enjoy this amazing presentation. Now, Miss Adila will answer some questions that were sent to us through the chat box. So, the first question is from Nur Suraya Shaharuddin. And the question is for QC or QA microbiology position, do they have specific requirement? So, Miss Adila, what is the answer of this question?
So when we say about QC, it's actually when we involve in the uh, produk yang kita nak keluarkan tu, sama ada dia akan ikut requirement or not. So it is to ensure the quality of the products that will be introduced to the public. So do they have specific requirements? Actually, most of the job actually they required same basic skills like I said before. So biasanya kalau untuk apply for QC microbiologist, biasanya dia orang akan tengok juga you punya experience in lab testing lah biasanya. Tapi kawan I dia ada kerja dekat SQC microbiologist dekat Pahang Pharmacy. So dia punya anak kata dia macam tak adalah banyak pun experience tapi they just she just applied it. Biasanya dia orang bila you masuk company dia orang akan ajar one step from another satu step lah untuk satu masa. So don't worry about it. Just put whatever skills do you have in your resume. So if they interested to hire you, they will hire you. Okay. I hope I answer your question, Suraya.
Okay, for the second question, is it possible to get a job after diploma, or do we need to further for study for better chance?
Actually kalau after diploma I pun tak sure sangat sebab I tak ambil diploma. Tapi ramai je juga kawan I ambil diploma dapat job after diploma tu. Kalau you rasa you better, it depends on you. Kalau macam you the diploma with your qualification, with your diploma qualification, kalau you rasa macam susah nak cari job, then you think to further study is better choice, then it's good to go. So macam I rasa semua even even after graduate as a degree even ataupun diploma, I rasa dia punya job hunting tu lebih kurang sama je. Okay, next.
Okay, we go to the next question from Nur. Microbiologist demand in Malaysia? So
microbiologist demand in Malaysia kalau ikut current pandemic memang kita perlukan microbiologist. Okay, memang sangat tinggi lah, especially sekarang ni even Ministry of Health pun hire banyak pegawai sains microbiology. Currently we have about 100 something microbiology pegawai sains officer contract, pegawai sains microbiology contract. So bila I search dekat, I suka tengok LinkedIn sebab tengok dekat situ banyak juga offer, banyak juga opening for microbiology grad. Dia banyak nak cari QC microbiologist because we know when we have pandemic kita banyak nak hasilkan test kit semua-semua tu. So they need the microbiologist for that.
okay, next question from Nur Azmina. Currently, what is your job scope to do in working place?
Okay, so I'm assigned as a person in charge in molecular lab. So dekat molecular lab I ada few testing, so mainly for COVID testing. So dekat situ I kena handle lab management lah, especially kerja-kerja MLT, and then I need to ensure that they have good training how to handle the machines because we have a lot of machine, we have a lot of reagents to use. So kalau you macam tak cekap, tak competent, macam mana kita nak hasilkan test yang betul adakah kita punya result tu akan valid or not. So other than that, I also did the PCR. So kalau untuk COVID testing, I nak cerita sikit pasal COVID testing. Actually it's a very long process. So first when we receive the samples, we have to inactivate the virus. We click inactivation, and then we need to extract the RNA, and then the last step is PCR lah. And then ada certain hospital pegawai sains microbiology yang akan buat PCR, ada certain hospital dia kan tak terlibat langsung dengan testing. Tapi untuk I memang terlibat untuk buat PCR semua tu. So other than that, I kena ensure that reagents semua consumables mencukupi. I think that's my current job scope lah.
So for the next question, since it's a pandemic and currently ODL, students like us not really have a lab skills. So what do you think we should do to market ourselves during job hunting?
Pandemic, it's not lab skills. I pun tak boleh nak jawab sangat dengan soalan ni sebab I tak hadapi benda yang you guys hadapi. Kita punya cara belajar dulu pun sama. I selalu masuk lab. Walaupun I masuk lab pun I macam masa I boleh masuk lab pun macam tak banyak sangat test yang kita boleh belajar. Tak macam dalam real clinical laboratories. Tak sama sebenarnya. Benda yang belajar adalah basic-basic je. Tapi then actually kalau what to do ourselves during job hunting, kalau you macam good in data analysis skills, you ada data analysis skills, then you can promote yourself with that skills. Okay, actually masa I masuk kerja baru I ada banyak belajar lab skills tu macam mana. Banyak je test I tak tahu, tapi once you join a company, you join a clinical laboratories, then you will learn a lot. Okay, banyak benda tak sama pun. Kadang-kadang you belajar cara lama, tapi bila masuk industri banyak benda advance sebab semuanya pakai mesin sekarang. Tak kalau streaking pun macam tak sangat dah. Gitulah lebih kurang.
Okay, next question. Hi Miss, ada ke company yang provide khusus lab? Sebab kami lack of lab skill since pandemic ni. Last masuk lab sem 1 je. Jadi agak susah kalau masuk kerja terus terdedah dengan lab.
I'm not sure if they have, tapi kalau macam contoh kalau you minat nak kerja dalam clinical laboratories, you guys can masih intern tu kan, masa nak apply intern tu you can apply for a company that you punya job scope tu memang melibatkan lab skill. Tapi I rasa ada je online, banyak juga sekarang online training pasal lab skills ni sebenarnya. Okay. Tapi memang you kena banyak mencari lah. So I pun tak tahu sangat company yang provide.
Okay, untuk next question is from Nur Nabila. Nak tanya, kalau kita dah pernah apply SPA guna result metric, lepas tu kita dapat job offer tu under metric result, jadi lepas masuk kerja nanti boleh ke kita update qualify kita ikut result degree pula?
Boleh, actually SPA dia boleh je you apply kalau macam you ada diploma, you boleh apply position yang memang dia punya require.
Okay, untuk audience sorry sebab ada masalah teknikal. Okay, now we get back. Mana?
That,
It's okay, it's okay.
what was the question before?
Okay, okay, daripada
I
Nur
see.
Ilian
Okay.
Nabila.
Actually, kalau under SPA dia ada banyak application under matric ataupun under diploma. You boleh je apply. If you have degree, you can apply in degree. Actually dia ada beberapa jawatan you can apply. Contoh kalau macam degree, you ada degree in microbiology, you can apply for science officer. And then you click pula dekat bahagian diploma. If you have medical lab technology background, then you can apply for medical lab technologies. If you have qualification for matric, then you boleh je apply jawatan-jawatan yang perlukan qualification for the matriculation student. It's very lucky lah for you guys yang ada matric because you can apply few positions under SPA. So actually kalau SPA, you kena renew your application every year. Dia hanya valid for setahun je. So contoh kalau you apply bulan ni, bulan 10 tahun ni, bulan 10 tahun depan, kalau dah tamat tempoh, you kena apply balik. You have to keep applying lah. Okay, so you boleh je. Sebab kawan I, dia ada diploma in medical lab technologies and then at the same time dia ada juga degree in microbiology. So first dia apply through SPA. First dia dapat kerja as medical lab technologies with her qualification in medical lab technology, diploma in medical lab technology. And then a few years after, dalam beberapa tahun juga lepas tu, with her qualification, dia ada degree in microbiology, dia dapat a position as science officer in microbiology.
Okay, from the next question, Nur Suraya again. Ada tips tambahan tak untuk approach company for internship?
So actually kalau first thing for the internship, you kena you kena choose lah which industry you want to join. Contoh kalau you minat bahagian food microbiology, tak minat langsung bahagian clinical lab, then you must apply for, you have to apply for company that involved in food production. So kalau nak approach company tu, like I said before, you kena buat background research pasal company tu, you kena cari siapa employees yang kerja dekat company tu. So you tanyalah apa tips nak kerja dekat situ, what are the skills required. So contohnya kalau macam kawan I dulu dia kerja Nestle, dia intern dekat Nestle. So it's very, dia cakap memang fun lah dekat situ. Dia approach pun through an employees lah from that company. You kena buat background research and then you have to build a strong networking. You kena rajin apply untuk internship, memang susah sikit.
Okay, for the next question, what is the work environment like? Does it require a lot of interaction with people or do you work alone most of the time?
So work environment tak sama macam study environment. At least kalau you ada masa nak pergi kelas, you ada masa break, you balik kelas boleh pergi mall, tengok wayang semua tu, and sampai tidur lewat malam pun macam tak ada hal lah. Esok masuk kelas pukul 9. Tapi kalau masuk kerja government, you have to work from 8 to 9. Ada, kalau macam kerja I, ada kerja shift pagi, shift malam, shift petang. Kadang-kadang we have 24 hours shift, kena kerja 24 jam semua tu. So it's a very tiring and does it require a lot of interaction. Memang kita perlukan interaction with other people, okay? Sebab dekat kita punya department ni, kita ada banyak jawatan. So and each jawatan tu dia memang related to each other. Contoh kalau science officer, kalau dekat lab I ada kita ada specialist, kita ada medical officer, kita ada MLT, kita ada science officer. So semua position ni adalah related to each other. So kalau macam kita ada problem, memang kita kena must interact to each other. And then di work alone most of the time memang I tak kerja seorang-seorang. I kerja as a part of a team. Okay.
Okay, next question. Miss, if it's okay, can you share which company do you have your internship?
Okay, so for internship, I memang aim for clinical laboratory. So memang I apply for clinical laboratory. I ada apply Microbes Pathology, I ada apply lab link, ada juga dekat government hospital, lab hospital. Tapi I end up kerja dekat, I intern dekat hospital USM, Hospital University Science Malaysia. Okay.
Okay, next question. Miss, can I know your tips on how to build networking and personal branding on LinkedIn?
Okay, so first you memang kena update you punya profile, and I tak banyak pun buat sharing dekat I punya LinkedIn, tapi kalau macam I interest on some topics on publish in LinkedIn, so I akan approach orang tu. Itu kalau macam so for example like next few years I would like to work in pharmaceutical company. So start sekarang memang I akan buat background research on that company. I akan tanya orang yang kerja dekat bahagian tu sebenarnya apa, what are job scope semua tu. So dekat LinkedIn juga ramai juga juniors yang berminat nak jadi science officer tu, tanya approach I how macam mana job scope for science officer tu, macam mana I boleh jadi science officer tu. Even you guys approach me pun through LinkedIn. Okay, to be your guest speaker. Personal branding, ada orang memang sebab dekat situ kita boleh connect dengan semua orang, banyak profession dekat situ. So you boleh je pilih, biasanya dia orang akan entertain you just DM them, send message to them. Okay, so biasanya dia orang akan reply je semua tu. Kawan I pun banyak juga dapat job offer through LinkedIn. Okay.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. What the requirement employer look in their future employees? Is it grade or pointer?
So actually walaupun ada orang cakap, bila kita sebut pasal job offer, job application, ada orang kata alah company tak tengok sangat pun grade, tak tengok sangat pun pointer. It's really, I think it's a lie. What's the purpose of your study? Selagi kita nak dapatkan good pointer, good grade. So actually company dia akan tengok juga you punya pointer sebenarnya. So contoh kalau ada 2 orang apply dekat satu company. So this one got 1.0 and this one is got 3.5. So dia orang akan tengok juga, dia orang akan tengok yang dapat point sebab biasanya dia orang nak jaga juga dia orang punya employees background tu. So when people outside dia orang nak buat background research on that company, dia orang tengok juga qualification of the employees tu sendiri. So what the requirement employee look in their future employees. Macam I cakap tadi lah, macam basic skills tadi. Okay, most of company dia akan look for good, if you have good communication skills or problem solving skill. Biasanya kalau macam time interview tu dia orang akan bagi certain masalah, nak tengok you selesaikan macam mana. Biasanya benda-benda macam tu lah yang you kena apply dari sekarang, time management semua tu. Okay, biasanya kalau contoh kalau job offer, biasanya companies dia akan list lah dia punya requirements, the traits, the skills that they are looking for.
Okay, for next question from Suraya again. Miss Adila, could you share a few advice or tips for final year student?
Okay, so final year student memang penat sebab kita memang involved dengan final year project. I think Finally I banyak nangis actually because of the final project, and I have a few medical issue back then. So banyak benda I tak boleh nak siapkan on time. Tapi one thing, uh, kalau nak share tips study tu, I rasa macam it depends on you how you study. Kalau macam I suka, kalau bab study ni, I suka study malam-malam, time senyap, time subuh. I suka kalau macam untuk ace your exam question biasanya sebab I punya course dah lama. So biasanya I akan study passage. Sebab memang lecturer akan repeat dua benda yang sama je dalam exam. Kalau tahun ni tanya pasal salmonella, so next year tanya pasal E. coli, so lebih kurang macam itulah. So few advice tip for final year student. So just focus on what you are going to do. Okay, focus study, but at the same time enjoy your student life. So once you enter the career world, memang tak adalah student life macam sekarang, tak adalah nak pergi lepak mall selalu, nak pergi tengok wayang selalu. Memang kadang-kadang tak ada masa nak ambil annual leave pun, kadang-kadang cuti dibekukan, memang susah sikit lah. Tapi memang you kena study betul-betul lah for final year, okay.
Okay, from Afi Azmi. Hi Miss, if we want to become biologist or parasitologist, that we need to sitting for any exam or we need to continue master and PhD like you say before?
So if you want to become biologist, of course you have to have deeper knowledge in biology. I punya supervisor dulu is a biologist. So memang dia selalu buat research on biology. Dia punya PhD study pun biology. Kadang-kadang kalau macam lecturer ni kan, dia macam ada kalau macam after PhD tu, once you take your PhD, once you finish your PhD, you can apply for fellow, postdoctoral fellow researcher. So you boleh masa tu lah you boleh pilih project which part of virology you want to focus on. I rasa tak adalah macam sitting specific exam macam medik kan. Kalau medik student dia memang ada specific exam yang diorang kena join. Tapi I think for the macam virologist biasa ni biasanya qualification dia adalah PhD, and you have to join a lot of research that are related to the virologists, and you have to connect with build a circle with the virologists. So,
Okay, the next question is from Nur Akilah Najwa. As Miss said earlier, not all tests in lab that officer need to attend. So I'm curious what type of clinical test that lab officer responsible for?
So kalau science officer ni, so for C41, dia kena dia ada lab rotation. Maksudnya once you dia orang akan assign, actually dekat under microbiology unit kita ada a few lab which are bacteriology, we have serology, we have mycology, what else, we have TB lab, we have virology and parasitology molecular lab. So C41 usually will be assigned to each lab. So kadang-kadang dalam satu lab tu C41 akan ada 2-3 orang. So biasanya C41 ni dia kena belajar semua test yang ada dekat dalam lab tu. Sebab and at the same time you have to conduct the quality control of the test dekat situ lah. Tapi buat kerja-kerja testing tu memang science officer tak buat. Biasanya kita akan just monitor the testing procedure. So kalau macam sebab I in charge dekat molecular lab, COVID lab. So memang I punya I punya tugas memang involved in PCR testing lah. Okay, and
Okay, next question is, hi Miss, can you share how we can gain experience to contribute to our resume for internship? Since we are kind of restricted to join any programs in the midst of the pandemic. Thank you.
Okay, hi Nasiha. So actually there are a lot of online course learning macam cara data analysis, the lab skills, communication skills. So you guys boleh je join semua tu. Biasanya dia akan bagi certificate. So with that skills you can put that skills in your resume. Walaupun it's just online training or just a short webinar, short course. So um, that's how you can gain the experience lah, walaupun tak adalah macam belajar face to face, macam tak detail sangat, tapi at least you have that knowledge lah. Okay, especially kalau macam you nak join research kan, yang bahagian data analysis, kalau you join online course yang related to data analysis, and it's good for you lah to put that skills in your resume.
Okay, for the next question from Fatin Amira. If continue master in applied microbiology, what type of job can be applied?
Kalau macam ada master qualification ni, one thing biasanya boleh je you boleh je nak apply for science officer, boleh je nak apply for research officer like SB4, you can apply for QC microbiologist, okay. So tak kira lah you ada master, bila kita bercakap master ni dia macam high, very high qualification kan, dia macam lagi tinggi daripada degree. Usually dia punya banyak company yang tak hire master, because when we said master, when we said we have the qualification in master, of course we will demand the salary, macam high salary macam tu lah. Tapi sebenarnya kalau bagi I macam tak kisah sangat. Okay.
Okay, Miss. Tu last question. Miss ada apa-apa nak cakap ke? The last word ataupun pesanan?
My last word. Okay, sekejap. Sekejap.
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay, so I think last word for me lah kot. Okay, as a microbiology student or as a future microbiologist, so start from now, you have that desire to pursue microbiology. You kena ada semangat lah untuk continue, untuk habiskan belajar, untuk become a future microbiologist. Okay, don't worry about the jobs. Of course memang kita akan akan fikir lepas ni nak kerja apa, tapi I rasa semua orang ada rezeki kerja tu. Nak tak nak, it depends on you. Kalau you work hard, you rajin buat background search, you rajin nak tanya-tanya your seniors, you rajin buat networking, build circle semua tu, insyaAllah you will get it, okay. And bear in mind, kita punya job hunting timeline tak sama antara satu sama lain. So if you want to apply right after you graduate, you must start now. Kawan I dapat job offer masa tengah intern, tak habis grad pun lagi, tak dapat pun final result, tapi dah start kerja. Okay. So enjoy your learning process. Actually microbiology is very interesting. I love that part. especially the biology part. Okay.
Okay. Since we don't have any questions, we will end the Q&A session. Thank you again, Miss Adila, for answering the question and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us today. I hope that all participants get all the inputs that had explained by Miss Adila. Now, I would like to ask Miss Adila, can we
Mm-hmm.
take a photo together as a memory? Okay, ready?
Sure.
On the count, one, two, three, snap. All right. Thanks again, Miss Adila.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining me for participating in this program. So how you guys doing your best despite the current pandemic, and you will get the better result in the future, inshallah.
Okay. Attention to all participants. I would like to remind you again to claim your e-certificate by filling out the attendee form. It can be obtained by scanning the QR code here or using the link that is given by our committees in the chat box. Thank you all for making time in your busy schedules to join us this morning. See you tomorrow for our next session at the same time and same medium, in which we will focus more on microbiology careers in industrial sector. Thank you once again and have a nice day.